day of commentating on the U.S. Olympic team trials.
Mostly distance races, since we don't know too much about the sprints.
Exactly. I mean, I know a little bit, but not enough to really do a full-on,
analysis.
Exactly. Yeah.
From like an expert's point of view,
which is kind of why we are doing this right now, because we felt like those that are in charge of the broadcast currently don't know what they're talking about, and so it'd be kind of hypocritical to comment and then have these issues. But so we're here watching live, and right now it's currently a rain delay. So, but this sets it up well. We can talk about the men's 15 coming up next here. Not sure how far behind they are. They just showed the women's 100 hurdles,
the second heat of the semis, so it should only be a couple minutes.
Okay.
Till they get the men lined up.
Got it. But. So let's talk about the first heats then. Might as well, head right into it. So
the first heat is essentially like the B heat.
Is it the B heat? I've heard there was some
controversy. Or people are considering the B heat.
Yeah. So it's going to be in the Heat 1, Graham Crawford, Sam Prockel, Ben Sorrell, Isaac Yorks, Craig Engels, Kyle Merber, Duncan Phillips, Robbie Crease, Brandon Hudgens, Isaac Presson, Colby Alexander, Thomas Awad, and Daniel Wynn. The qualifying procedure is going to be top 5 each heat, plus the next 2 fastest times. What do you guys think? Who's going to be make those auto spots?
5. I mean, you got Kyle Merber.
I think Colby to me is a lock.
I mean, Craig Engels has been running really well. Tactical
Craig Engels has also. I mean, I hate to say it, but he's been running a little bit all over the place. There's been multiple instances now in the 800 and the 15 that he's been kind of locking up with people, and people have gone down around him. So, I mean, hopefully he doesn't do anything that puts himself or others in danger here. But
I guess with this heat, I think it's interesting. I was talking to my roommate Nick Hilton, and we're wondering, you know how we talked about before that in the first round it probably would be good for them
to get after it and try to get the
standard. They didn't do it. They have a day in between, right? Don't they have a day off tomorrow and then Sundays?
They do. They do. So you think this might be the one?
I think this heat could. I would hope. I hope that some of them talked to each other and said, well, we all kind of got lucky because none of the really heavy hitters are in our heat. Like, it's probably worth it to. Yeah, this is a heat. Go at each other's throats for a little while.
This is a heat where the only person that has the standard is Kyle Merber. So
he's not going to do any of the work. I mean,
he won't
if
do
they
work.
Do anything, he's not going to be a part of that plan.
Yeah, very true.
I don't know. I think, like I said, it's.
But again, these are all guys that are from different parts of the country, and they're not. There's no real teammates here. I don't really see anyone that's former teammates or
Colby. It could be with
Colby and Kyle, but I doubt Kyle's gonna sacrifice his chances.
There's a couple guys from Penn State.
Oh, there are a couple guys from Penn State.
Is that
Penn
the same?
and
the same
no, it's definitely different.
One's Penn.
If anything, probably a bit of a rivalry.
Yeah.
So
they're not going to do each other any favors.
Yeah, very true.
I don't know. I don't like how the heats look, but
it's
you
got to qualify,
sometimes
right?
You get a shit draw, and sometimes you get a really good one.
Yeah.
So right now we have coverage to begin shortly on our feed here because NBC's not broadcasting the show until 7 o'clock our time. So I'm just trying to make sure that we're not missing anything.
I mean, they could be having technical difficulties because of the rain. It comes down pretty hard out there. But you think they'd be prepared for this. But Friday, NBCSN, right?
Sports Network from 6 to 8. That's till 5. Let me check and see if we got anything going on.
On NBC itself?
Yeah.
Well, possibly. Would they want to broadcast the 15 semis? They
might. They've done it in the past.
Yeah.
So, we're just going to check here. Apologies for the delay. Hopefully we're not missing any action. We are. So the men's 15 just started.
Oh, shit.
Woo! 15 seconds in.
Well, there you go, folks.
Yeah.
Professionals here.
And they are not getting out hard
I can't
again.
wait
it's very wet. These guys look soaked already.
Yeah. Colby is in the lead. followed by Daniel Wynn, Craig Engels, Thomas Awad, Isaac Yorks.
Praco Phillips.
Yep. Merber's in the back. It is coming down. Like the camera feed is
puddles on the track.
Puddles on the track. It almost looks grayed out. Raindrops on the lens.
Went to 346.
46 to 300.
Yeah.
Okay, so they look like they're going a lot slower than that, but they may have gone out fast in the beginning.
They went out like
28
or 29.
Yeah, because now they're coming through 62 basically, 62.9. So yeah, at this point in the race, you really just want to be. You don't want to make any big moves yet, right? Because it's a long way to go.
Yeah.
But you also don't want to, miss out on positioning if someone tries to go.
Yeah, you want to make sure you're not too bunched up, and there's
especially with the rain,
action
in your face, you're not gonna be paying attention as much. There's not a whole lot you can do. I know that curve really well, and every time we ran that during workouts and stuff, you're just getting splashed in the face the entire time.
Yeah.
That curve is notorious for it.
Kyle Merber moving up from last place, getting into mid-pack, probably moving to second, it looks like. Just relaxing, getting up there. Daniel Wynn tries to prevent it, but Colby and Kyle now, teammates.
So they were 153. That was a 66.
Oof, yeah. Quarter. So smart of Kyle, man, because if it's this slow and you're in the back when moves are made, you can lose out on a lot of ground.
Every single one of the guys can kick in 52, 53. So you got to make sure that you're in good position going into that last lap.
Exactly. And right now, it's like Isaac Yorks is moving up. He's someone that we thought might do a long kick because he's been.
Preston's getting into good position as well.
And Kyle smartly
moved out to the outside
he definitely
a little bit,
he saw it coming. He saw it coming and kind of just said, "Hey, no, this is my spot. Don't think about taking it."
I'm again watching angles. He's been on that rail
every single time. But when he gets out, when he wants to get out, that's when trouble happens. But right now it's still Colby, followed by Kyle. Isaac Yorks is kind of making a gradual move, and Kyle's saying no, kind of elbowing. He doesn't want him to take the lead. But Isaac Yorks goes for it, and they're at 2:54 at the bell.
So that was a 60.5 for that lap.
And Isaac Yorks.
5 go on.
Go on.
Watching for the top 5 plus next 2 times.
Yeah.
Craig now is in a good spot.
Craig is not as aggressive as the last couple races we've seen him in.
Yeah, but Isaac York really putting in a hard, long kick, about 450 out. But these are all guys that are used to that and can really bring it on hard at the end there.
Prackle's getting himself in good position.
Yeah, Prackle's
a dangerous spot for Colby, too.
It is.
He's not, he doesn't have enough room to move on the inside.
He can't move out, but
there's only 6 guys right now.
Yeah,
in this
lane
pack.
does open up, usually on the inside, but we'll see.
We'll see what happens.
Colby got his lane on the inside, hopefully.
Maybe not. Kyle's kind of struggling here.
Angles
is moving up.
Good. Wynn and Prackle battling out for that 5th.
5. Kyle's got to make it to the line. Oh, yeah. All right, so.
Ooh, Kyle did not look as strong as I expected.
He did not. I'm telling you, that 52 in the heats yesterday.
Yeah.
That takes a lot out of you.
And that was 52, 53 for most of those guys. Craig actually had the fastest last lap with the 52.9 to take second. Isaac Yorks wins it. 347, and all those guys are under 348. So Sam Prackle's be sitting on the bubble right now with 348.5, along with Graham Crawford at 349.15.
Yeah, so definitely.
That's looked really good in that one. So
brave move by Isaac Yorks. I think he has to embrace that. He's not one that's used to those. He's
not used
fast
to
200 meter last 300 meter race.
Yeah.
So. We may see more of that in the final, So,
I'd like to see him. I'd really like to see him draw it out from 500 out in the final.
You know what I miss? I miss those a K to go moves, or even 1200 meter to go moves where you just drop a 55 mid race.
Like Serrato's indoors.
Alan Webb did in 2004, I believe, or I think it was 04.
Oh yeah, they're making him tape his shit up too.
Yep. Even the Oregon project's got to tape up.
My parents are watching. Hey, how you guys doing?
Next heat, what do we have? So
next heat, we got
pretty much everybody else
winning.
Very deep,
very deep.
So starting from the top, we got Fraser Legese, Robbie Andrews, Johnny Grigoric, Andrew Weeding, Matthew Sentrowitz, Jordan McNamara, Ben Blankenship, Dorian Ori, Matthew Matan, Leo Manzano, Dusty Solis, and Eric Avila. So 4 of these guys already have the qualifier.
Yeah,
to, make it the
Robbie,
Olympics.
Matt, Ben, and Leo have it.
And then you throw Andrew Wheating, who has a 3:30 to his name.
Yep, and also looked pretty good in the prelims yesterday.
He didn't look bad.
He looks like he's running with a serious with purpose.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he really does want to win these trials.
Dorian's a guy who's made a world championships in the past.
Yeah, I didn't even notice Dorian in the first round, to be honest.
He
no
was
offense,
safe. Yeah,
but
he was in a safe position pretty much the whole time.
yeah, he obviously devastating. He used to have a devastating kick.
Yeah.
I remember in 2009 when he made the team, he just closed like no other. So, guys in here with big kicks. I mean, Robbie, he's going to close. Matt's going to close. I mean, Jordan has a great last 100. But, I got to be honest, Jordan yesterday didn't look that great either.
Right.
It's been interesting. I feel like the weather sometimes has a factor, but I also think the fact that, like I said, we've been saying it's the Olympic trials. These are very, very high stakes compared to a world championship or, those World Athletic Finals and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's just, this is just like a whole another like level of anxiety.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Exactly. Anxiety.
I think guys that have been focused pretty much an entire season or for an entire year, they get to this moment, they're like, oh, well, shit, it's here. Like, now you kind of, it's like, now where do I go with all this build-up? And you don't, I don't know. I think some people channel it really well, and some people don't.
Yeah.
Don't always. Like, maybe they need the first round as a rust buster or whatever. But.
Yeah. Yeah, I will say that in this heat, there's very few. Actually, there's 0 collegiates in this one. The closest person you have to it is Gregoric, who is his first year out, and Matthew Mayton. Sorry.
Shoot!
Yeah,
he's
Matthew
a freshman.
Freshman in Oregon. Totally missed that. Also looked pretty decent in the heats. He qualified automatically yesterday, right?
Did, yeah.
So, super talent in high school. Went to Oregon and trying to get a little bit of that Hayward magic. How real is that, Danny? I mean, you've been in it, you felt it. I mean, is it just kind of what you guys say to suck everybody else out, or is it actually a real, like, visceral thing?
No, I think it's. I think. I think you definitely feel it from the Hayward crowd. I don't know. I haven't been. I don't remember even. I think the only meet that I was at that was like this sort of level that I competed at was probably the West Regionals. I think that's the highest I've ever competed at in track. I sucked at track. But any like home meet or anything like that, any meet, any invite or anything like that, like it was very real. I mean, it was almost overwhelming. I don't know. It was just.
You definitely hear it when you're at the meet. You hear it when the Oregon athletes are announced.
Yeah, like
the crowd goes crazy.
I think the thing that makes Hayward really cool though is that, I mean, not only do they appreciate a good Oregon performance, they appreciate they're gonna cheer for Central, they're gonna cheer for Wheating, they're gonna cheer for Blankenship, they're gonna cheer for Mac, they're gonna cheer for Maton, but they're so knowledgeable that they just appreciate a good performance in general.
Yeah.
So if you just do a really good job, and if you put on a show, they appreciate that. They appreciate art, regardless of who it's from.
So big change. There's no rain in this heat right now.
Oh yeah, just kind of seem to calm down a little bit. Some people say that's actually a benefit, that there's more oxygen in the air right after it rains.
Yeah.
And a lot of world records and just general records in general are set right after a storm. So this may be just like an eye in the storm, we don't know. But I mean, supposedly it's going to benefit these guys.
They all look dry.
They all look very dry, very true. One thing we didn't talk about is that, this heat is stacked. Only 5 auto qualify.
Right.
So this is going to be a much more difficult race than one we just saw.
Well, some big hitters might get screwed.
Well, I feel like a lot of these guys will still rely on their kicks. I don't imagine it's going to be that quick.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think
especially because only 2 fastest times.
3:48.
3:48?
Or 3:49.1, 3:48.55 are the 2-time qualifiers right now. So these guys can get under 3:48 pretty easily.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, all these guys obviously can, but who wants to lead? And with these many fast finishers behind you, guys are not going to want to lead.
It's scary, yeah.
I mean, so many of these guys have. This is like the heat of like the last 150.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This is what it is. All these guys have insane kicks.
I was gonna say like
The only person that maybe isn't running a little bit more with strength base is Eric Avila,
right.
which he's moving up right now somewhat. But
He set the pace yesterday in the prelim.
Yeah, but Central right now, 200 meters in. We're missing the 200 meter split, but he's in the lead, Centro, followed by Ben and Eric Avila. So Centro here is just trying to make a statement. Maybe say something like, "Hey, this is my race.
This was a picture-in-picture moment, right?
Yes, another picture-in-picture moment that
ridiculous.
we really could be using. Don't understand why this doesn't happen.
Yeah, I mean, that race is less than 4 minutes long.
Yeah,
I don't really
exactly.
See the
Exactly.
point.
So they went through 346.2, so same as the first heat.
And Desi Solis, who also took it out very hard yesterday,
Yeah.
is now in the lead, coming through in 61.8, so a second faster. He went out, I think, like in 42 seconds in the last heat yesterday, and we thought that he was going to maybe, try and go for the standard, but they slowed down, just didn't happen.
The 4 guys in the back, like Robbie Andrews, Andrew Wheaton, Gregoric, and Ori, all
And
guys
Jordan.
and Jordan McNamara, all guys that have devastating kicks.
Yep.
Wheaton was quoted saying yesterday after the prelims that he wants to win the final. He's not so concerned about the time. He's gone to the Olympics. He's finished 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th at the U.S. Championships. He's never won.
Yeah.
He wants to win the race, so he's
Yeah.
doing everything tactically he can to win.
Yeah. And Blankenship now has taken over from Dusty Solis. They're coming through 800 meters to go and about 149 it looked like. So yeah, they're definitely going to get under
the time stand.
the
times are gonna
the
come
bubble
out of this
time.
one,
Yeah, so there's about 7.
7 qualifiers, still going to knock out about 6 of these guys.
Oh, this is the larger heat as
Yeah,
well.
this is the 13.
Yeah, so I mean
3 seconds up on the first heat.
yeah, 206.
Matthew Matan.
Yep,
Moving up.
Moving up. Central responds, doesn't want to get that position. It's so important to protect your space in these races. You have to be very aware of someone that's moving on your outside. Because once they get that shoulder in front of you, they're gonna put that elbow and they're gonna get that position. So very important
very
to.
nice for Central. Central, I think, is and it's. I actually just started noticing this now. It's kind of insane when somebody tries to move on him, and he doesn't
knows
let him.
immediately.
Yeah, but like the way he reacts is so smooth. It doesn't look like he
He
actually
just
made
like
a move.
he flicks his ankle and he can accelerate.
It's the slightest, like most subtle thing I've
That's
ever
the
seen.
furthest up I've ever seen Robbie Andrews.
It's a lot to go. Robbie moved from basically like last or second to last into
learning.
5th now.
Yes.
He's learning.
So
I mean, he probably does have the fastest last 100.
of anyone in this field,
yeah.
he just has an incredible last 100 throughout his whole career. And looks very comfortable. Eric Avila is really working hard here.
Ooh, Frazier's going backwards.
Yeah, Frazier going backwards. Jordan McNamara moving up pretty strong. Leo right there as well. So it's
Centro,
a pack of about
Robbie.
6 guys. 5 for sure.
Ooh, Eric looks like he's
yeah,
straining, but
Eric
he's in a good position right now. It's just,
Exactly. And Ben looks really good. Very comfortable looking on the turn. So does Centro and Robbie.
Central looks great.
Eric
man.
Avila
He is
just-
not trying.
Wow. Incredible performance by Eric Avila.
So those top 3 kind of look like they're very relaxed.
Yeah, very relaxed. That might be our team right there, man. Those guys.
Wow.
That was incredible.
We didn't lean to get that auto qualifier, but I don't know if he got it. He got it on time, but I don't know if he got the top 5.
Yeah, I don't think he did. I think he just missed it. But that was really impressive by Robbie, Centro, and Blanks. They never prepped. Other than they never prepped, they kind of were doing like a training session, it seemed like.
Yeah, it was a gradual.
It was a 53 for that last lap.
Wow,
Yeah.
and look at all these guys. Look at the strain on Eric, on Jordan.
Even Leo.
Leo's always training, so that's
Right.
not surprising. But yeah, just looking at their faces, Ben, Central, and Robbie just look absolutely like they're just gliding
officially,
here.
Andrew Wheaton and Jordan McNamara will get in on time. 3:44.7, 3:45.0.
Wait, was it top 5 that?
Top 5 auto,
Okay, yeah.
then 2 on time,
Yeah,
so
so
makes
it's
12 at the final.
J-Mac and Weeding.
Yeah. So Johnny Gregoric, first guy out.
Oof.
Frazier, Dorian, Matthew Matan, and Dustin Solis.
Yep.
All missing, and then from the first heat, Sam Crackle, Graham Crawford, Duncan Phillips, Hudgens, Crease, Preston, and Awad all missing out. I guess Ben Sorrell didn't start. There were only 12 in both those heats.
Well,
didn't
he
make
had
it,
that.
right?
He had that hamstring problem.
So he got
remember?
into it, but he had the hamstring
Yeah.
issue. That's right.
Hamstring issue. Wow. So, I mean, this is about who I expected to be in the final. The only person I would say that who I thought would have been there that's not is Ford Palmer, who yesterday
Right. He
had that fall.
He protested, but he got denied.
Did he really
Yeah.
get denied?
I saw in an interview, like, the first thing he asked is, where do I protest?
Really?
And he appealed and whatever and got denied.
That's so shocking.
Yeah.
I mean, it looked. You said the replay.
I was watching the replay. He was running side by side with Craig Engels, and they were exchanging elbows, running pretty close to each other. And then they cut to a different shot, and all of a sudden, Ford just goes straight to the ground. I don't know if he tripped over himself or if he was pushed by Craig. I don't know what any other camera angles that could be seen, but yeah.
Very frustrating. What happens again? Been saying it all week. It doesn't really seem to be very clear how these rules are enforced in terms of physical contact when people go down. It does seem to be that, like, if you are just buddy with the officials somehow, or the institution, you definitely get your way kind of padded in. So something that needs to change for sure. And I'm sound like a broken record, but it's a fact, and we're seeing guys miss out on their lifelong dreams, and due just how vague it is,
It does suck, and it does lend itself to, like, a
It'd be
person
one thing
being a lot more, like, willing to protest. I mean, I don't know. I've never been in that situation before, but I think I'm thinking, like, well, shit. Like, if I don't protest now, or if I don't do something, then I have to wait 4 more years for this guy.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
And then where this could potentially happen again,
Mm-hmm.
like, this sucks.
Mm-hmm. Very true. Yeah, I will say, though, that, I mean, in terms of the 4 years thing, I've always been frustrated when people say, like, oh, you have to wait 4 years. And, yeah, I mean, for the Olympics, you wait 4 years.
Right, there's plenty
but there's so much stuff every year.
Yeah.
I mean, people say, like, oh, you've been training for your whole life? And it's like, well, I've been training for this, like, this past year. Because year before that, I was training for the World Championships. I mean, year before that, training for
I mean, it's always a
fast
rolling
times.
focus. Like, I have a 4-year focus, but I have all my intermediate goals in between to get to myself to the next level.
Exactly. But so many people just kind of assume that you're just doing nothing or just only training for this one day. And, I mean, which I guess kind of makes it more dramatic in their eyes. But yeah, so they're going to show the 40-meter hurdles now, and we have about, 20 minutes until the women's 15s?
30 minutes.
30 minutes, women's 15s. So, yeah, I mean, should we talk about that a little bit? Women's 15s?
Yeah, who we got going?
Oh, no. First, we have some time to that. Let's talk about the men's 15 final. Let's bring up all the names and talk about that right now. So, people we have qualified in the 15 final: Isaac Yorks, Craig Engels, Colby Alexander, Kyle Merber, Daniel Wynn from the first heat. Second heat: Ben Blankenship, Matt Centrowitz, Robbie Andrews, Leo Manzano, Eric Avila, and then Andrew Weeding and Jordan McNamara qualify on time.
So does every guy that has all the guys that got the Olympics,
all 5 have the standard are going on to the final.
Yeah, so we have 5 guys out of 12 that have the standard. So they're obviously not going to do any work. They do not want this race to go fast in the final. They just want it to be slow, so no one else gets a standard and potentially can take that spot.
Yeah.
So, but the guys that may try and go for it are Isaac Yorks, I think. I think he may try and go for it.
Yeah, he looked pretty strong when he was
What other
finishing.
choice does he have at this point?
Yeah, and that's what I've always said.
Does he want to go to the Olympics, or does he not want to go to the Olympics?
I see Eric Avila also,
and Colby Alexander. Those guys are
and
teammates.
Colby, very
Colby's
true.
only 0.05 off of it.
Yeah, so Isaac Yorks, Colby, Eric Avila. I would have said Jordan McNamara, but he actually helped him and Will try to set the pace in 2012. They both tried to...
yeah, but I also think neither of them are front runners.
Neither of them are, but
Right.
they tried it, and it blew up in their face. Jordan was nowhere
But
near
I also
getting
think
the standard.
there's how many guys? There's only 5 guys in that that field, right? That only have the standard. So there's all those other guys.
There's
that don't
7
have
that
it.
could potentially work together.
But I don't think Jordan's going to do it. I don't think Jordan's going to do any work. I don't think Andrew's going to do any work.
Even if he could, like he hasn't raced what his fitness would indicate.
Yeah,
you know?
very true. It's 337.
Even in these slow races, like it doesn't look. He always kind of looks like he's straining, and that, like I said, it's like maybe it's the pressure, maybe it's the rain, maybe it's a host of other factors, maybe it's I don't know. I mean, I just don't, like you said, I don't see him. Oh, somebody just biffed it. I don't see him pushing the pace merely because I honestly don't think he could if he had to.
What do you guys think about like Daniel Wynn or Craig Engels? I don't think Craig would.
No,
Craig
wouldn't.
Daniel wouldn't. I think it's going to come down to Isaac Yorks, Colby, and Eric.
Yeah.
I think those three, maybe the next day or two, may have a sit down somehow and say like,
Colby
hey,
and Eric could. They both run for Hoka.
Those
guys have
it would be great.
Headquarters at that place in Eugene right now. Why wouldn't this be a potential strategy?
It'd be a great thing for them to get the brand out in front as well. You know what I mean? To lead the race.
Yeah, because right now the only other guy with the standard that's not a Nike athlete is what, Merber and Robbie.
Yep.
Leo.
So Merber could potentially talk to Colby and be like, that's probably one of the guys with the standard. That'd be like, maybe it's in my best interest to help out
other people.
There's 4.
I don't think
Hoka
so.
Runners in
I
here.
think Kyle. There's 4 Hoka runners in here.
Yeah, 4 Hoka runners in the final.
Not bad not bad for coming back out of
4 Nike.
4 Nike, and then
Unattached, Ole Miss.
no,
BAA.
Isaac Yorks is with Brooks.
Oh, Brooks, okay.
Craig is Ole Miss.
BAA and Adidas.
Yeah.
2 Adidas then.
And wow, that's Hoka's come a long way, guys.
Yeah.
They they work. What can I say?
Under Armour just missed.
Yeah. That's one thing I will say. Everyone's talk about. I hear people say a lot of times.
God, that kid's good, dude.
400 meter hurdles, high school girls is really incredible. But what people say a lot of times is that pro runners don't sell shoes. Like if you took me or Centrowitz or Leo or Robbie, no one's buying shoes because of Robbie. You know what I mean? No one's out there buying shoes because of Centro. But there is like still real value in the pro runners as a whole. So a great example of that is Hoka. You know, Hoka was seen as not legitimate, seen as a company that was like, oh, it's for ultra runners and marathoners. How's it ever going to work for mid-distance athletes?
Right.
But they decided to invest in the athletes, develop new shoes, develop new technology, and they're absolute legitimate running shoe company now.
They got 6th place at the marathon trials, both men and women. 4th place in the 10K, both men and women. They got these 4 guys in the final of the mile.
Nicole Schappert made it last year in the 5K final to the world champs team. So, yeah, I mean, that legitimizes the brand. And a company that didn't do that, but had a big opportunity to, I think, was Vibram Five Fingers.
Right.
They were a company that really, everyone thought it was a weird shoe. It wasn't like that cool. Not people used it, but some people did use it. People did like it. And if they would have developed, if they would have, sponsored athletes, develop new shoes, new variations on the theme, make Vibram spikes,
right?
People would have freaked out. People would have been really interested in those.
Yeah, I knew a few college kids who raced in the Vibram Five Fingers, with racing cross country. I mean, you can't use spikes all the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, they liked it.
But as a result of not really investing, they obviously other things too with the lawsuit in terms of their claims. Yeah. They had some major issues, and now they're basically bankrupt. I believe they're not selling the shoes anymore. If they are, it's a very, very low amount, and that really cost them. And I think Under Armour is one, it seems like, that wants to invest more in athletes, but kind of lost the opportunity when they didn't get the USATF bid, it seems like.
Yeah.
And then
I'm sure they would have taken it. They would have raised the amount that Nike would have had to pay USATF.
Yeah, potentially. And then there's also, Adidas. I've heard stories that Adidas wants to get back in the game again.
That's good.
And as well as Reebok even. Reebok used to be a huge, basically it was like Nike and Reebok that were the two companies sponsoring runners, distance runners, and Reebok pulled out. And as a result, we don't invest in athletes. No one thinks of Reebok as running shoes anymore. I bet their sales of running shoes are very, very low.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see high school kids talking about the newest Reebok spike, you know what I mean? The newest Reebok flat. But you definitely hear about that with these newer companies.
Mm-hmm.
So, I really believe that this we do have value based. I'm kind of defending myself, I guess, in a way, but it's true, man. Like I really think when you invest in athletes smartly and not just get one big huge name.
Well, and I also think, and I think the comparison with Vibram's pretty good. Like I think Hoka did a good job in terms of when they started out as a company. It's like a running company.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like strictly a running company. Nike had Jordan, Adidas had whoever they had, and
Mm-hmm.
Under Armour has like Tom Brady.
Yeah, that's what you're
Torrence,
saying.
Brady.
Yeah,
Like, they have all these other sports and athletes that they can invest in, that they can get behind,
Mm-hmm.
that are bigger draws than
They're
runners.
bigger draws, but the running shoe industry is a $1 billion industry, and it's actually there's much more sales in that than there are in I think any other sport, really.
Right.
You know, because there's so many people who are runners. The marathon, the 5K, these are events that just taken off.
I mean, it's not just shoes, but apparel as well. You could wear running
Yeah.
apparel for almost every sport.
yeah,
Yeah.
very true. These
Track
dry
fits
fit.
are getting
Yeah.
way more popular nowadays. Like
Mhm.
just the kind of pretty like light material shirts and all that
Yeah.
stuff.
You know, I will say though, I was always a fan of cotton in college and stuff. I loved cotton shirts.
I was just telling some guys the other day, I used to run all my runs in high school in board shorts.
In board shorts?
and
Okay, I
cotton
wasn't
shorts.
that far.
I wear PE shorts.
I wear basketball shorts,
and
you know.
running shorts.
I wore basketball shorts, and they were directly above the knee.
Yeah.
Anything that wasn't touching the kneecaps or like right above the
Too
kneecaps was way too short.
I had spandex
and
under
there was
my short
lots
shorts
of
during races
yeah.
my first 3 years of high school.
lots of homophobia going on out there. I went to an all boys school, so I was always like, you know, people were saying stuff, but
Were you trying to avoid Micah?
avoid Micah.
did he
Micah
get too close to
tires.
you? Yeah.
No, Micah's great. He actually was the first one to embrace the short shorts, though.
I imagine he was,
Um,
yeah.
Now I love short shorts. I wear them all the time.
Yeah.
Short shorts, half
The shorter the
tights.
better. Yeah.
Exactly. Feel free out there, man. Yeah. So, should we move on to the women's 15s then? You know, first, okay, calling for the teams. Who do you think is make the team? Men's 15.
Oh, men's
Team?
team.
Yeah, who's making the team?
Central, Robbie, and Ben.
And Ben. You don't think Leo, who has made every team since 2008
He's just scraped by in that
or
heat
07,
right
I think
there.
even.
He just scraped by in the first round. He just scraped by in the second.
He always scrapes by.
But Ben he just looks like a different guy.
Let me
He
tell you
looks like-
something.
He looks immensely in control.
Let me tell you a story, okay? In 2012, I was training with Leo. We were part of the same group, and Leo was not looking good. Very similar to this year, maybe even worse. It was me, Leo, another guy named Kyle Miller, who was a
Ran for Texas.
From Texas, 336 guy. And we were training together, three of us, and me and Kyle were just taking Leo to school, man, just constantly. Every workout from November until July, until like the day before the trials. Just like, wow, you know, Leo is just not looking good. Just maybe the first year doesn't make it. People would ask us, they'd say, hey, how do you think Leo's going to do at the trials? And we would tell them, like, man, if Leo makes it out of the first round, that'll be the race of his life. You know what I mean? And he makes it the first round. You know, kicks. You know, again, the first round is, you can definitely win, and people aren't trying as hard. And so, like, wow, that was incredible. He made it the first round. And the semis, he's not doing anything there, obviously, because that's where the racing really starts. And we're like, there's no way he's making it out of that. And he wins the semi, makes it out of the semi. Looking great. And we're like, oh man, he just must have just pulled it out again. Miraculous race. He has to be completely destroyed now. You know, just has nothing left in him. And the final, no way he's making the team. He goes on to win the trials and then get the silver medal at the Olympic Games. Okay? So this is a guy who I've seen it firsthand, and I've seen the progression this last month, which has been very similar to his progression in 2012. And he pulls something out, man. I don't know what it is.
So I'm hearing two things. I'm hearing your teammates, so you're biased.
That's all I was gonna say.
That Leo might just have a switch.
He does. He
in his brain to say this race is when it's important, and that he's able to will himself better.
We've seen it over and over again. He will run 4:10 for the mile and come back a week later and run 3:50 for the mile. He'll run 3:55 for the 15 and then run 3:31. You know, we've seen it time and time again.
So you pick Leo. Who else?
Okay, no, I definitely pick Centro and Robbie. And that third spot,
you're not giving it to Leo just yet.
I'm giving it to Leo. I'm giving it to him. That's it. That's my 3. I think it's gonna make it. What do you guys think?
I just don't see it. I think especially if like, what if the strategy becomes like all those dudes who don't have a standard? They're like, well, all right, let's blow the doors off this one. And Isaac takes it out in 156 or 155. And the only guys that can probably go with that for that next quarter is probably Centro. Robbie will probably turn on a switch and be like, oh, they're actually serious, and then he'll go. And Ben will probably have been in the front the entire time already.
Towards the front.
The only people I see that like it's gonna completely escape them, and this is if that strategy gets employed. The only people I see falling off of that have the standard or that are like expected to make a team are Weeding and Leo. I don't know that they can. That if that happens, I don't know that they could handle it. Just because of the seasons that they've been having. Like, yeah, history speaks for itself. Leo seems to get his head out of his ass at the right exact like the moment that he needs to. But how many times is he going to keep doing that? And how is it that, he's racing a field that is absolutely the most competitive, like in comparison to the rest of the world? It's so competitive now.
Besides Kenya, it's the best in the world, right?
Yeah, in the last 8 years. It's like the best field in the last 8 years. Mm-hmm. There's just guys like Colby who had just graduated almost a year and a half ago. No, like a year ago. I wouldn't have pegged him as a 336 guy when he's coming out of college. I wouldn't have pegged him that. I wouldn't have pegged Daniel Wynn. Daniel Wynn was a walk-on at Oregon.
That's right.
That dude,
the Big Trials finalist,
wrote Andy an email being like, "Look at I know I'm like a 404 or 1500 meter runner, but I think I wouldn't expect you to respond to this. Blah 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 blah." And somehow he ended up getting on the team, and he whipped my ass in the 1500 meters and ran 349 the end of his freshman year, and then just kind of started snowballing from there. I just don't think that these veterans like Leo, and I think that's the old guard, and I think that
the new guard is coming up.
This is the year where these kids that are just no, I don't want to hear about Leo anymore. They're just gonna take it to him. They're just gonna put him down.
They're finally gonna be
they're just tired. Yeah. When I went to Oregon, I kept hearing all these damn stories about Prefontaine. I was sick of it. I'm over it. The glory days were the 70s is bullshit to me. We needed to make our own history. I think these guys are doing that too.
All right. That's a good analysis.
So I was going to say Centro and Robbie. We can all agree with them that they're making the team. I want to pick somebody that I want to make the team, which would be Merber.
Oh, Merbs!
I see him as being kind of that dark horse. Even though he has run really fast, I see him as a dark horse that I always want to root for.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he has a hilarious social media game. Hopefully, that's not going to affect his racing. It seems to power him in his racing a little bit. Kyle's a guy who there are a lot of question marks about him.
Yeah.
He ran that 335 in college with the collegiate record, and everyone was like, wow, what a perfect race. Swarthmore. That's right. I remember this year.
Everybody saying
it's a short track, know. But when you have a guy like Nick Willis pacing, it's just gonna send guys home so fast.
Right. You benefited from that.
Yeah, I've been a benefit a couple times. Very true. So, anyways, Kyle ran at the 55. And then kind of stagnated for several years. Yeah. And I think he was kind of worried that that might be my lifetime PR. And obviously he didn't want to be seen as a fluke, But with some real support and with amazing coaching by Gags, he ran 3:34 last year, and has been looking incredible. Was looking great this year as well until he had an unfortunate injury in the spring.
Stress fracture. Yeah.
So stress fracture in the spring. Stress reaction, I believe it was.
Okay.
Yeah, and he came back.
This is Centro also is coming back from a stress reaction, right?
Oh, is he?
That's what I thought. He was hurt. That's why he was running subpar in
Got it.
early June.
Apparently, that happened the same thing in 2012. So I think he's fine with that. I think he might even plan that at this point. You know, who knows? Knowing Alberto.
Just told somebody, "Hey, hit me with a baseball bat, really quick."
Oh, man,
But yeah. So Kyle, you know, when you have it's momentum. Momentum is huge, and if you have that going for you, which I think Leo is capitalizing on, Kyle is capitalizing on, and Weeding is capitalizing on.
Yeah, so what do you guys think? Is there going to be somebody who doesn't have the standard, doesn't get the standard, but finishes in the top 3?
Oh, like is someone going to finish top 3 that does not have the standard?
Yes, finish top 3 that doesn't get to go to the games.
Avila? No, I mean, I love Eric. Don't get me wrong.
Dude, I'm just saying, he's looked like, he kind of looks like he's trying to in that semi, but...
He makes it to the
line. He finished ahead of Leo.
Yeah, very true. Very true.
And he spent way more time at the front than Leo does.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, he's so far he's put himself in a much better position than Leo would comparatively.
He did lose to Leo.
He did lose
in that heat.
Barely.
Barely.
Yeah. I mean, he did beat Weeding. You know what I mean? So yeah, I mean,
I think he's done enough to where he belongs in the conversation.
Yeah, I mean, all these guys have done enough.
Yeah.
We just had a comment. Did you see they just DQ'd Jordan McNamara?
Whoa! So we just got some live updates from people watching. Thank you, YouTube family.
Johnny Gregoric moves up because of that, but
wait, what the hell happened?
I don't know. There must have been some contact. Twitter. So, I mean, from what I saw, Jordan had a pretty clean race. I didn't see
the camera wasn't on him in the last 100, so we couldn't see what was going on.
I mean, no, I saw the last 200, and it wasn't focused on him, but he had a pretty clear,
clear lane.
Jordan was DQ'd for impeding. Anybody know any details?
Wow, impeding somebody.
Interesting.
Did someone protest then? Did Johnny Gregoric protest?
I wonder.
Johnny wasn't in that heat. Johnny was different heat, wasn't he?
No, he was in that heat. He was a spot behind Jordan.
Oh. Wow. So that just completely changes the conversation a little bit, too. Jordan's a guy who, you know, has that fast finish. He could be one of those guys who, you know, finish in the top 3, without having a standard. But he's out of it, and that's got to be absolutely heartbreaking. Not making the finals, whether it's by not racing well enough or whether it's by a disqualification or an injury, is just so heartbreaking.
Yeah.
I remember watching in 2012 Russell Brown. He was running on I think 10% of his Achilles. He was a guy that ran 235, super talent, was looking in great shape, but had some Achilles problems, and I think he either made the final or just missed it, but couldn't race, obviously, because he either just missed it, but his Achilles just blew up on him, and he couldn't run. And he was super distraught. I mean, as anyone would be.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's almost like not making the final is like being that fourth person in the final. You know what I mean? It's like, I didn't even get a chance to try, So that can be pretty frustrating. Just any more updates about it?
Not yet.
Nothing yet, huh?
Yeah, we'd have to watch that again.
Yeah. I mean, we could see DQ'd battery. Ryan Fenton's trying to update us, but his battery's at 5%. So that really changes things.
Yeah.
Wow. That's just...
I might not follow enough people to get enough updates, so you might have to check your Twitter feed.
I will. I will check it right now. I'll see what the deal is. Danny Mercado has a job at a Diablo Burger, so he's gonna
day.
This is your last day today?
Yeah.
Are you gonna bring us some?
Go in and get burgers.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just don't go.
No, can you guys?
Just don't go.
Can you guys not go? Because then that just makes more work for me, and I have to stay there longer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get cut pretty early.
All right.
Yeah, you guys are gonna have to take care of this, or I don't know.
I was hoping Nick Willis was coming over, but he might have stood us up.
Oh man.
Is that what they do? New Zealanders just.
So apparently my link isn't working. Sorry guys, I need to check this out really quickly. You have the link,
My
Nick?
link worked.
Is your link working? Yeah. So sorry. Hopefully this. So frustrating. We try. That's the Facebook one. Oh man, no wonder. Okay, let's see if this works.
Off.
Yeah, this is it. This is we got it. My Facebook. Let's see the Facebook one. Let's see. Let me comment on this.
Yeah.
The link in my bio is a dead link. Got it. So sorry, guys.
Okay, didn't see that yet. What happened? Might have been last night. I saw him cut into the lane a bit, but didn't think he impeded. Maybe 400 to go.
It's working for me.
Who would have processed?
Nobody really
Nobody has
knows.
any
Even on
details
Let's Run, nobody knows.
Wow. Okay.
They're usually the guys in the know.
Yeah.
They know everything on Let's Run.
All right. Well, let's go back to women's 15 now, which is coming up in about coming up next in about 6 minutes or so. Do we have the heats for those?
Yep. Heat 1.
I'll list them off.
We got Sarah Vaughn, Alexa Efferson, Carrie Gallagher, Corey McGee, Shannon Robury, Gabe Grunewald, Sarah Sutherland, Jenny Simpson, Stephanie Brown, Rebecca Tracy, Christina Aragon, and Heather Camp.
All right, so
a lot of good names in there. Jenny and Shannon in the same race again.
Yeah, I think this is going to be top 5 are going to looking like Jenny, Shannon.
Is it on? Wait,
Carrie.
is it on TV or is it on the link? Stream.
This is moving over, so we're going to have to change our feed.
That's right. But they said it's coming up next. On the TV it said that.
But
coming up next.
I don't want to rely on that.
What does it say in the guide?
On the guide, this calls us NASCAR. What we're watching right now with the Olympic team trials is NASCAR. And the NBC broadcast on Channel 12 up here doesn't start till 7 p.m.
Oh, man.
I'd say just keep watching NASCAR.
Yeah, I was like keeping this for now, and let's see what happens.
Can you load the Apple?
It's already loaded.
So
I can just change quickly if it doesn't pop up with anything, or if they switch over to motor vehicles. So Jenny Simpson, Shannon Robury, Carrie Gallagher, those were the top 3 last year in the final. Let's see. Heather Camp usually has a pretty good finish. Alexa Efferson, she didn't look great yesterday, but she has a really good kick. Corey McGee's been running really well. Gabe Grunewald had to really put it together to qualify after missing out on the 5K yesterday.
Sorry, I'm just going to respond to these people about the link. But yeah, so
I wonder if Jenny's going to take the pace again like she did yesterday to help her teammate again, Sarah Sutherland.
I don't think so. I think at a certain point, you get every man for himself. Every woman for herself.
But she says she does feel more comfortable in the front.
She does.
We got high schooler Christina Aragon.
That's right.
Not sure what really she could be capable of.
People like to lead in this one. Heather Camp is known for her leading. Unofficial road mile queen.
Right.
Won lots of road miles from the front. Jenny. I've definitely seen Stephanie Brown kind of get after it sometimes too.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this is hard to call, man. Because some different athletes are different angles. Gabe is coming back for that 5K. So she, after that double yesterday, can she recover enough in time to make it to the final? She's gonna put it all out there because she can't save anything. You know what I mean? I would say out of this heat, the top 5 autos are going to be Shannon, Jenny, Alexa, Stephanie, and Heather. Those are my 5.
Okay. Told you, man.
Oh yeah, this isn't NASCAR. Yes. This isn't it. We should probably.
So we're switching over to Apple TV. Hopefully it pops up. If not, then I'm gonna have to play the game here.
What time are we supposed to be at work?
5:30, but I think I can watch the one.
Okay.
One heat. I think I can watch one heat.
NBC.
I'm gonna give one heat a shot.
So So from your face or your Twitter links, David, it looks like the Facebook one or whatever, fb.com.
Yeah.
That doesn't work for me.
That doesn't
But the
work?
YouTube one.
That's so
works.
weird. It works for me. That's bizarre.
actually-
I know. I wonder why.
Yeah, when I click on it, it says. Yeah, that like Instagram one or whatever is.
But my Instagram isn't working? Okay, I'm trying to fix that
okay,
one also.
So when I click on Twitter, the Facebook one, it takes me to your.
Facebook.
Okay, is that okay? I don't know.
Yeah, and then go if you scroll down, I should have it in the comments there. That's there.
I think that one works. The one you just posted 3 minutes ago.
Okay, yeah. And then,
Yeah, that works.
but on my Instagram isn't working?
I don't know, maybe I was doing it wrong. Okay, yeah. When I click your name.
So sorry, guys. We're trying to get this loaded. They should be lining up the women's race, but being in Arizona here, they have NBC set to broadcast at 7 p.m. for the next session of races, even though they're going on live right now. So a 2-hour delay, thanks to NBC. But hopefully we can get it working on our Apple TV here in the next couple seconds, because it's supposed to start in about a minute.
Well, we just missed the men's 15, so it'd only be fair if we just missed the women's 15 too, the first 15 seconds or so.
So the one on your. Yeah, I don't know.
Wrong
One of
one,
them doesn't
concluded for the
work.
day.
Which one?
There's still 38 or 39 people watching.
That's
I feel
good,
like
yeah, so...
People are finding it.
Yeah. I'm doing my best, and, I can't be focusing too much on there. Let's see.
Because the one in your, your bio or whatever, it works.
Okay.
On Instagram.
Nice.
So.
Someone says on NBC, starts top of the hour. Do we try channel 12?
Channel 12, it's news right now. I mean, I'll
They showed
switch
it?
over if this doesn't pull up real quick.
Okay, yeah, we'll make sure the stream isn't working. Okay, so bear with us, everybody. We're figuring this out. We have on the stream,
It's just black screen.
black screen. All right.
Okay, so switching over.
Someone sent us a web link. Ryan Smith. Maybe we can try. Oh, we can't click on that because we're watching it on the TV. We're gonna try the TV one more time, and hopefully we can watch it on NBC. Again, this is just something that's frustrating as a track fan. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
you have to
we
jump
have
from
to
different
jump
stations.
from this to there to that. My cousin just called me this morning saying that I was trying to find the schedule of the Olympic Games of what you're running, and he's like, it took him. Remember, it's the news here, so yeah, it's not going to work. So we may need to try and
Got
watch
word
it.
for my dad that they're lining up. Let's see.
Go to the. Someone put the stream on our comments. So that
I
web
can-
link.
You can use my computer too.
Just add.com for the Olympics.
I mean, that's the exact same thing.
Add.com after the Olympics. Oh, there you go. Click that first one. That should be it. So
I mean, that's the same thing as what should have been on our Apple TV, but it wasn't popping up.
maybe we should go back to Apple TV.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, my cousin called me saying I tried looking for your races for the schedule, and he had to go to link. Okay, Rio 2016. Okay, from there go to the stadium. There pick the events, and he was like, it took him a long time to figure out the schedule, and I don't even think he ever figured it out. I think he never figured out what happened.
So we do have that
That's
they're through
Yeah.
350.44.
Yeah, so we'll update you guys.
Okay, we do have the stream
Oh,
going.
the stream. Okay, the stream is going here. We have it on our laptop. So let's see. It is Sarah Vaughn up front, followed by I can't tell who that is. It's in the
Well,
pink. Oh, Sarah
Heather
Camp. Heather Camp's in the lead, but followed by Sarah Vaughn, Alexa Ephraimson,
Shannon Roberry,
Shannon, and Jenny moving up on her shoulder. Actually got in front of Shannon. So like we said, Heather likes to get in the front. She has no fear. Has a lot of 800 meter strength. Former 800 meter runner. So yeah, she has that strength and got a little bit of a lag here. Sorry, guys.
Too many internet devices going.
Yeah. Yeah, the Apple TV is malfunctioning for us. That's been the problem. But Heather's still up front. She's very comfortable doing this. Like I said, sometimes you just want to imagine you're running a road race. I think that's what Molly Huddle did in the 10K. She just got out there and was like, you know what? I dominate on the roads. No one can stick with me. Let me just run like that.
I think
And
too.
then-
I mean, I think another thing, like with it being slow. If it's slow, I mean, you might as well be in the front.
Might be in the front,
And Heather
very
right now is in
true.
a good spot because
Yeah.
she can protect the rail. Nobody's gonna come on the inside. So
But she's
it's a good
not...
spot.
Yeah, I guess she's going a little slow. They're going to come through about 2:18 or so, I would say. Maybe 2:19. But yeah, I mean, there's a big pack of women there. Gabe is in the back. Sarah Sutherland. Let's see. Yeah, Shannon's mid-pack.
So they ran a 70
Stephanie
for
Brown
that
right behind her.
second
Shannon's
lap.
Yeah.
moving up though.
Yeah,
Okay.
Shannon's moving up from mid-pack to right on Jenny's shoulder. A lot of gamesmanship there, you know. Jenny and Shannon, that's a real rivalry. That's a legitimate rivalry. There's not a lot of was it love lost there?
No.
Yeah, it's they really savor the moments when they can beat each other. So they're very focused on each other. But the rest of the girls here, just positioning. It's all about position now. It looks like it's starting to separate a little bit. Heather's trying to wind up. Heather's getting passed by Jenny.
Yeah, Shannon might be coming up on her too.
Shannon's coming up on her too. But
Yeah,
Heather's
he's
still
in good
right there.
spots.
Heather's still right there. If she can just follow her to the
Ephraimson
line.
and Brown are both in good spots.
Yeah. And it's about 3 people are falling off now. One of them is Gabe.
Yeah,
Tough,
that was
tough
Carrie
double.
Gallagher, actually. Who
Oh,
was
that's
third
Carrie?
at the finals
Oh,
last
wow.
year.
So 3:23 through. So that was a 65, I think, right?
Dude,
That was
Jen
pretty
is
quick.
C6,
pouring
yeah.
it on
C6.
right now.
But yeah, it's Jenny, Shannon, Alexa looking very comfortable, just tucking in between these two girls. That's a great spot to be in. When you're behind someone like Jenny, you just
Stephanie
know
Brown moving
you know
quickly.
to follow her. You know. And
So-
Stephanie Brown.
Again, looking for the top 5 finishers on time. So Corey McGee and Sarah Vaughn really fighting for that 5th spot right there. And Sarah Sutherland right behind them.
Yep. And right now it's definitely Jenny looking pretty controlled. Alexa looking controlled. Shannon.
Stephanie Brown,
Stephanie
Sarah Vaughn.
Brown, Sarah Vaughn. They are battling it out. Well,
Sarah
they're
Sutherland.
autos. They're autos. So, oh, and Gabe
Grunwald.
Gabe coming from behind to get that 5th spot.
No,
Was
she got
that
6. That was 6.
six?
That was 6. So she's first
Oh
on time
wow, Gabe, that kick, man. That she came out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. Wow.
So that was 4:10 for Jenny.
So that's a
Shannon, and
legitimate
Alexa.
time.
Yeah,
This
that was
is
quick.
not.
That's a good time,
This
yeah.
is not really something that's.
Sarah Vaughn and Stephanie Brown 4:11. Gabe Grunwald 4:11. Sarah Sutherland 4:11. They're all very close together, and Gabe got Sarah right at the line. So those two are sitting right in the
Wow.
bubble spots.
That
to make it
was
in on time.
incredible. Gabe is just such a gamer, man. Such a fighter. You know, someone that's come back from cancer a couple times, I believe.
That
She
was a
wasn't
quick
even
last-
in the picture.
She
Quick last 100.
She wasn't even in the. What was her last lap?
It was a 62, but she didn't fall off until about 200 to go. So
That's right.
it was a slow 200 or slow. I don't know. I'm not.
So it looks like from here that if you want to make it from the semi to the final, you have to be capable of a 62 last lap.
Yeah.
So any high schoolers, collegiates, wondering, you know, what does it take? A 62 last lap. You have to be prepared for that. And actually, that's a 208 basically, a 208 last 800.
Yeah.
So I mean, they went out conservatively, not super fast, but you have to be able to close. That's the name of the game. Doesn't matter how much time you put in the front in the first lap or second lap. It's the end that really counts. So
Yeah.
let's mute this while the commercials are
All
playing.
right. It's time for me to go to my normal person.
No person job. All right, so bye, Danny.
All right,
Thanks for
thanks, guys.
coming in here
I'll be
and,
back
and watching
tomorrow.
with us.
So it looks
Yeah.
like Corey McGee, Christina Aragon, Heather Camp,
Bye,
Rebecca
Danny.
Tracy, and Carrie Gallagher are officially out, unless there's any protest, which could happen if we didn't see it on screen.
Yeah. All right. We were going to potentially have Nick Willis show up.
Again.
He'd been talking about maybe coming by, but probably a bit too busy. Yeah, they might come by for the finals on Sunday. So,
Cool.
yeah, he just got into town, probably a little busy. Yeah, so
the second heat gonna be coming up pretty soon.
yeah, who do we have in this one?
We got Aaron Donahue, Mary Kane, Kate Murphy, another high schooler, Trinier Moser, Rachel Snyder, Stephanie Shepard, Lauren Johnson, Amanda Eccleston, Elise Creamy, Shannon Asika, Brenda Martinez, and Morgan Usney. So another pretty stacked heat.
Yeah, very
These
stacked.
women's middle distance races are so good.
Yeah, really, probably the best in the world.
Yeah.
You know, I really 800 for sure. 15 for sure. It's the deepest. It's
Mhm.
you know, there might be other people that have better, maybe top 2, maybe top 3 athletes, but top 10, top 20, you're not going to beat the U.S. in terms of depth.
Absolutely.
So this one, I mean, people I expect to qualify out of this are going to be Brenda. Morgan. You know, Amanda actually looked really good yesterday.
Yeah, Eccleston,
and,
she led a lot of it, and she
led
was
the
looking
race
strong.
and
She's
just
been running strong past 2 years.
yeah. So she might be one of the autos. You know, I have to say, Trinier and Mary did not look great.
No,
Trinier and Mary Kane in the
they put themselves
first
in like
round.
a good spot initially, but it looked like they just weren't able to like finish as well as they
And they
should
usually
be.
do.
Yeah,
You know what happens sometimes is you know, Shannon was in the race.
Mhm.
And a lot of times when you're in a race with somebody that's constantly just, you know, working out better than you are, when they move, you know, a lot of times you just do what you've been doing in practice. You kind of you wilt basically. So maybe now them being out of Shannon's heat might be a little bit more freer to, you know, really more free to race their own race and not worry about their teammates and things that happen.
yeah.
But yeah, as of the first round, did not look great.
Rachel
Schneider,
she's
someone
got a good kick. Lauren Johnson's got a good kick.
Yeah.
They're 4th and 5th last
all
year.
these girls, good kicks. Erin Donahue, someone who making a bit of a comeback. You know,
She has been in the scene for so long.
Very long
I was
time.
impressed that she made the semis. I thought she was going to make the semis in the 800. It's doubling back in the 15.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and resurgence of Morgan Usney. You know, she really. You mentioned it in the prelims, but she has had a rough last couple years. But looks like she's finally rounding back into form. You know, she's over in Boston with Terrence Mahone, and yeah, they're putting in some good work out there. And
Kate
they're
Murphy looked really strong yesterday too.
lining up, and they're off. So are they going to try and run under 410? Because I mean, they're
Elise
getting
Crane
out
is
hard.
hard.
They're getting out very hard, but they always do.
Aaron
And
Donahue
they're
definitely to the
already
front.
settling. They're already settling.
I don't think Aaron wants to settle. I think she wants to go.
You think so?
Yeah, she was like that like years and years ago too. She always a front runner.
Yeah, I guess that's true. And she looks pretty strong, and she's getting after it. She's definitely getting after it. She wants to leave nothing to chance here, it seems like.
Amanda Elkison, everybody who we didn't talk about is really up front.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, Elise Cranny. And we talked about Eccleston.
Right.
But Ostica Collegiate in there. Her and Elise are the two collegiates, I believe. Oh, there's just one other person.
There's Kate Murphy, the high schooler.
Okay, that's right, yeah. But let's see, they're coming through about 49 seconds, so
Yeah.
faster than the first heat. But you also had a great pacer in Heather. Heather is metronome, man.
Mhm.
And you have a great finisher like Jenny Simpson, who wanted to kind of put the hurt on 800 meters out,
Yeah.
700 meters out. This heat, I don't really see any long finishers here. Someone's going to, really make a move 800 out, 600 out. They may just get out hard this first 8, relax the third lap,
Yeah.
and then finish hard again. But we'll wait and see here,
Yeah, I feel like everybody here believes that they have the faster kick, and
Yeah, especially those in the back. You know,
Yeah.
someone like Brenda,
Morgan.
she knows I only have to beat 5 girls or whoever it is, or maybe it's 7 girls.
Right.
And she can just mow them down because she's used to it. You know, that 800 speed, she really can put a lot of distance on people the last lap. Let's see here. So Aaron's still in the front. Big pack. They definitely slowed down a little bit here, I believe.
So 1:59. That's
With 2 laps to go.
70. So it's same pace as the second lap of the first heat.
Yeah. So they're going to come through here about 216, I would say. Let's see. 14, 15, 16. Actually, probably about, 216, I would say.
They say 2:17 on the clock.
Yeah.
On the broadcast.
All right.
Morgan's way out wide.
Morgan was she was in the back. Oh, whoa! Almost got tripped up again.
She looked like she moved in front of Lauren Johnson too close. Like Lauren
she
looked
did.
at her like you shouldn't have done that.
That was a close call. Hopefully, it doesn't get in Morgan's head. You know what I mean?
Brenda had to move around. What was it? Osika?
Osika, yeah, and Shepard. But Erin still leading from the gun. You know, she's a grinder. She's someone that. In training, in races.
Looks like a lot of these girls want to get out. They're all looking outside.
They are.
Rachel Snyder especially.
Yep. All these girls know that the move's going to be made, and when it happens, you have to be able to follow. You can't be stuck behind somebody.
Mm-hmm.
My coach calls it a...
that was a 68 for that lap.
Yeah. My coach calls it sled dogging, when you get past and you're stuck on the inside, which is kind of happening to Elise Cranny right now. She's stuck behind Erin Donahue, and there's a pack of about 6 girls going right around her. But Erin's still leading. No one's really challenged her yet, but here comes Morgan. Morgan's challenging. Morgan's getting up front now, moving with ease. Lauren Johnson looks incredible. Brenda looks incredible.
Eccleston's moving
Eccleston's
well.
right there, and Brenda is
right
moving
there.
hard.
Brenda
200 meters to go, puts the hammer down, making a statement in this semifinal that she can move the 200, and that's going to be... But Morgan's coming back.
Yeah, Morgan's right there.
Morgan got gapped a little bit. Now
Mary
she's back,
Kane's still close.
back on her shoulder. So yeah, Brenda, Usini, Eccleston, Mary Kane, Lauren Johnson.
That's her top 5. With
That's the top 5.
Rachel Snyder in sitting in 6th. She might miss the time.
Oh, I think she is. I think she's missing the
gonna
time.
miss the time in 6th there.
Yeah. So, incredible race by Brenda. She looked very, very strong. Don't know if she relaxed her a little bit the last 100 because Morgan kind of came back up on her. But she has some serious wheels on her. We know that. 157 PR, I believe Brenda has. 157, 158. Definitely 158, but I think she's 157 as well. May even moved too hard.
157.9.
Yeah, so... one thing that I've learned over the years is sometimes you feel so good that you make a move so hard that it blows yourself up, actually.
Yeah.
So it's important to make sure that when you make your move, it's decisive, but it's not like an all-out move 200 meters to go.
And 62 to close out that race.
Yeah, there's 62. As like I said before, if you want to make these teams, make these finals, 62 and faster are going to be what does it.
Yeah.
So, no time qualifier out of this heat. Trinier Mosier did not start. She was a DNS in Heat 2. Didn't hear anything about it. Brenda's getting interviewed here, so we'll... Very true.
Just move forward. Thank you. Yeah, so I had to learn to deal with that.
And now that you're in the final, how do the tactics change?
Obviously the pace is going to be a little bit quicker, but again, I believe in my strength and my kick as well, so feeling really good going into the final.
All right, Britta, thanks.
Thank you.
Tom?
Definitely looked good.
So the
Looks very strong.
1500.
She talking about the 800 meters, how you really can't look back. Track doesn't care about your feelings. Track doesn't care if you are feeling sad for yourself. So gotta move forward, keep competing, and luckily she had that 15 time in order to come back. Let's see here. This is the first video.
Oh,
yeah.
I was just trying to get to the link. I want to see if anybody's commenting. I think we probably...
I have the commentary right here. People were commenting a bunch of...
Look out for ads.
Yeah, they were commenting more about the...
I was just making sure that... I think we're lagging a little bit behind, like, live. Probably about a minute behind.
A minute behind now?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay, well... Again, some people are watching that don't even have access to the
Right,
broadcast.
right.
So hopefully you guys can either pause or if you don't have access, we're providing good enough commentary. So let us know if we need to do anything differently or things like that nature.
Yeah, but we got the men's steeple coming up. This is going to be impressive. But let's talk a little bit more about this 1500 going into the final. Like, there's a lot of good girls. Obviously, the heavy favorites would be Jenny, Shannon, and Brenda in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
But you still got Morgan Usini,
Alexa
Ephraimson.
looked really, really good in that first heat. When Jenny and Shannon made their moves, she just tucked in and followed right behind them.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mary Kane seems to be back. I mean, she finished 4th in that second heat.
Yeah,
Not too
I
far
wouldn't
back.
quite say that she's back yet. I mean, she's someone who used to be able to close in 58 seconds.
Right.
You know what I mean? At the end of a race. So, definitely better than where she was, I think, this last year. There were a
Right.
lot of question marks. Is Mary Kane done? Has she, is she just can't handle the professional level? But she's here to stay. I think, talent, I've always said, talent does not go away. So, I think this is a good stepping stone in her probably very, very long career.
Right. And then both Stephanie Brown and Amanda Eccleston in the first heat, they both looked pretty well. They have strong finishes
Amanda
most of this year.
That's someone who, we haven't talked much about, haven't seen much, but she looked incredible in that semi also.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, my top 3 are probably still going to be Jenny, Shannon, and Brenda. But people that can sneak in are Alexa, and I would probably say Amanda. And Morgan, for that matter. Morgan looked really good.
Who knows? Maybe even if Gabe remains in contact, like she had a pretty good finish as well.
Oh, that's right. Gabe made in time. I totally forgot about that. Gabe and
Grunwald
Sarah Sutherland. Yeah.
Both made it in on time.
So, wow, yeah. Gabe might be riding a super high right now.
Yeah.
Gabe Grunwald had planned on doing the 5K, and that was what she'd been training for, and didn't make it out of the 5K heats. Came back 2 hours later, ran the 15, qualified, now she's in the final. So incredible race by her, incredible last couple days. We're back in the steeplechase now, so we're going to talk about that. Sorry.
This is Justin.
They're going to a little mini promo, so this is our chance to talk about the field.
The field, we got Bryce Miller, Hillary Bohr, Stanley Kimbene, Dan Hewling, Don Cabral, Travis Mahoney, Donnie Cowart, Evan Jaeger, how do you say it? Mason Furlick, MJ Erb, Andy Bayer, Craig Furries, Tabor Stevens, Corey Leslie, Isaac Updike.
So a decent amount of collegiates and people. I mean, kind of not sub elites, but people that haven't quite made those big stages. Obviously, we know Evan Jaeger is the class of the field, someone who's run very fast, and his gun is up. Let's see, guns up. And luckily the rain has stopped. So
it's going to be fortunate for the steeple for sure.
Exactly. So that's going to hopefully provide some drier conditions for them. That's Travis Mahoney in front. Travis Mahoney from NJNY, coached by Gags. He's someone, I mean, a lot of these guys, you never know what's happening in the steeplechase, right?
Yeah.
People can fall, people can, I'm trying to down this a little bit.
Yeah. Looks like we might only be 15 seconds behind now.
Great. So, Don Cabral, also someone who is super strong. He's someone that if you watch him race, the more tired he gets, he looks bad between the hurdles, but his hurdling form just gets like a boost. All of a sudden, he's just hurdling so crisp and hitting the hurdles just perfectly. So
looks like Mason Furlick's taking the lead, staying out of trouble. This is what he did at the NCAA's. Just went straight to the front and just ran away from everybody. But we'll see if any of these guys are going to respond initially.
They're not really going that fast here either, right? This is about a 70.
They were
70.
38 through the 200-ish.
Yeah, so surprised to see Jaeger mid-pack, but he maybe doing the same thing. Maybe he wants to practice, that hard, fast kick that he's always kind of missed in a steeplechase.
Mm-hmm.
He's someone who has the strength, obviously, to be there, but in those Olympic finals and World Champ finals, the Kenyans just have another gear.
Yeah.
So this may be an opportunity for him to sit in the pack. He probably thinks that even if he does fall, he has that strength to catch up and go again. But yeah, he may be looking for a really big move.
Just like we saw yesterday
with Emma. Exactly.
Okay to go.
Someone else we haven't talked about really too is Dan Hewling, someone who was the king of the steeple before Jaeger switched events.
They came through at 150, so that was a 71, and they go to commercial during the finals. They didn't do this for the women's yesterday.
They didn't. That's very true. I think Emma has gotten a lot of attention recently. She's one of the more famous, American record holder, etc.
Yeah.
I mean, Evan's a record holder as well. But, very frustrating to see that.
So, everybody's still together. I mean, Mason, Don, Travis Mahoney, Evan Yeager, Hillary Bohr from the Army, Stanley Kibene, who I think might make this team, Andy Bayer from Bowerman, Dan Hewling for Bowerman, and Isaac Updike is right there.
You say Stanley Kibene made the team or Hillary Bohr made the team?
I think Stanley Kibene will make the team.
Okay. Well. With the Bowerman guys in Yeager, Bayer, and Hewling, they have been adjusting pretty well, it seems like, from the altitude they were training at. Their women's team has done incredible so far.
Yeah.
I believe they've had all 6 of their women qualify. Emily, Colleen, Frerich, Shelby is in the final of the 5K.
Yeah.
I mean, they just have just incredible success right now, and no reason to doubt that the men wouldn't as well.
Tabor Stevens is another guy to watch. He's a really tall guy in orange.
Okay, they've come through lap 4.
Probably here on the actual feed. I think we are about a minute behind still.
Oh, okay.
So there was a 70 through lap 3
and
3:01.
Got it.
Which is about 1K.
Yeah. And what were we gonna say here? Something we haven't talked about yet is Corey Leslie. He's the guy who actually had the 15 standard and decided to go in the steeplechase. So he's going to be relying a lot on his kick, and he's probably happy that it's going slow so far.
Yeah.
Because as long as he can be in the lead pack, he can change gears. So I thought we were going back to the coverage.
I know, right?
I know, it's so
another
close.
commercial.
I mean, are we behind? Can we click ahead on this? 'Cause look at this.
Are you? Oh, why didn't you point that out before?
I just noticed it right now.
I think that's just where the commercial is. It's going to play the commercial either way, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to come on like any second now.
Yeah. Anyways, through lap 4, 68, Evan Yeager went to the lead. Stanley Kibene right behind him with Mason Furlick. Donnie Cowell, John Cabral, everybody else is still right together. But looks like Evan injected a little bit of pace right there. And then we're back
on the coverage.
On the coverage.
Yep, and
it looks like they're going through 2K or maybe.
Yeah, probably 2K. They're coming over to. Oh, here, put the volume back on.
So yeah,
they're about 5 minutes into the race.
So Evan definitely stretched this thing out.
Yeah, has now put in a lap. He dropped it down from 68. Oh, okay, yeah. But he's dropping it down. Live updates are ahead of the coverage, so we're a little off here, but we're really off. We're a whole minute off. But he dropped a 64. He went from 68 to 64.
Yeah. So we got Kibene and Furlick chasing him. Kowalt in 4th. Don Cabral in 5th. Is that Corey Leslie?
That's Andy Bayer.
Andy Bayer in 6th, and then Hillary Bohr.
And then Dan Hewling. So they are really ramping it up here. Evan just looks so relaxed. We look at everyone else behind him, and they are working. They are working hard. Just goes to show just how much better Evan is right now. But yeah, it's still Evan, Kibene, and the collegiate. What was his name again? I'm sorry, I missed that.
Oh, Mason Furlick.
Mason Furlick, that's right.
Yeah. Over the water, looking smooth.
Everyone's looking pretty smooth. But Don Cabral is still in position, Yeah. One of those guys who...
He's actually closed the gap quite a bit in this last
300. Yeah, because I'm telling you, the more tired he gets, the better he does over the hurdles. And he's just going to make up ground.
But Bayer's going right with him. That 4 or 5 position, he's just moving up on Furlick.
But Don made sure to... Don's passing Furlick now. Don's moving in 3rd place.
So that was a 62 that lap, even quicker than the one before. 6:17 with 2 to go. So Evan and Kibene just really stretching it out. Don's in 3rd with Bayer.
There's a pack of 4 for 3rd place.
Hillary Bohr's chasing, missing. Furlick's trying to hold on.
Hillary Bohr, part of that WCAP program, and Dan Brown, he's someone who really prepares athletes well for that 10K and 5K. So don't count them out either.
Yeah.
But still, it's all Evan Yeager, looking great. Cabene also looking good, just tucked in right behind.
Yeah.
Let's see this water jump. And it's a battle right now between Bayer and Cabral, man.
Yeah.
They are side by side.
Froelich lost some ground on the water jump.
And Bayer is now passing Don. And
Catching Cabeni. I wonder if Cabeni might be hurt in the last couple laps. I don't know if he could have the kick as these guys.
That's true. And Andy's actually putting distance on Don.
Yeah.
It's a lap to go now.
So there's 5 relatively close together through Hillary Bohr. Mason Froelich's about 3 seconds back. That was another 62.
Luckily, we haven't seen any falls or anything yet, but this is the lap where it does happen. People are tired and falling apart. Pack of 3 right there, but Don is coming back.
Yeah.
Don is resurging, but so is Hillary Bohr. Hillary Bohr is moving hard now, and Andy Bayer. They're all kind of syncing up here because they're moving out in order to get around each other.
Yeah, that top 5's really defined itself. It's really
top 4 now, really.
Oh shoot, yeah.
Yeah. So,
Hillary Bohr moving up on this water pit,
and Bayer had a pretty rough.
Cabene goes down.
Cabene goes down on the water jump, and now it's Evan.
Hillary Bohr,
and Don Cabral is coming back.
Cabral takes
over. Don Cabral takes over
Bayer.
Bayer had a terrible last hurdle. It's all Don Cabral. It's Evan, Bohr, and Don Cabral.
Oh my gosh!
Wow,
So much pace change.
So many changes in that last lap for third place, for second place even.
Yeah.
What an incredible race. Evan, again, class of the field, just led from about a mile out and put the work in. But
he didn't have to worry about people coming up on him or just passing. There was no games. Just ran away.
Oh,
everybody chased him.
And wow.
So Andy Bayer 5th, and with Stanley going down,
Stanley almost took out Don Cabral. Yeah. But Don just incredible last 100. Again, he's a guy who, the more tired he gets...
It looks like Stanley got up to finish 13th. Got past a lot of guys.
That's rough.
Bayer was 4th. Mason Froelich still managed 5th. Craig Forey's 6th. Corey Leslie 7th. And Cobart, Hewling, Miller for your top 10.
This is a really impressive last 1200 by Evan.
Yeah.
He ran about 3:07, looks like, for his last 1200 over the barriers. So clearly in great shape. And Andy Bayer just missed out, 4th place.
And the Army puts another guy on the Olympic squad.
WCAP, Dan Brown, man, really done some great things here. So that concludes our mid-distance and distance action for the day. Super exciting race by Hillary, Don, Andy, Evan. We knew was gonna win, and major kudos to him. But I can't get over how many times people went back and forth, and then they fell and they stumbled. This is why the steeple is just a absolutely incredible event and full of drama. It's a shame they cut away when Evan made his move, because that's when we missed how he made it. Was it drastic? Was it gradual? But yeah,
based off the splits, he went from running a 70 with the pack and then went to the front, and it was a 68, and everybody started chasing him.
And then he went 64,
And then 64.
So, and then 62, 62, 62. Just really ratcheting it down. But the fastest lap of the day belongs to Hillary Bohr, 62-1 for his last one. He came back from the dead.
Oh, Andy Bayer has a 61.8. That second to last lap.
Oh, that's right. When he was trying to get by Don.
Yeah.
Him and Don were racing.
He might have... That might have been what wasted him that last
You
two
know
barriers.
what? That penultimate lap is so tricky. Because that's been my problem a lot of times. I will want to move into position the second to last lap in order to be able to kick within the right spot. But if you do too much work to get there and you run too fast, it really saps you for that last 200.
For sure.
So that may have been Andy's mistake today, but either way, incredible race by the Olympians. Don Cabral, man, just pure grit came back from out of nowhere. Women's 15 also incredible. We didn't really discuss the who we thought was going to go. I said Jenny, Shannon, Brenda.
I mean that's who I thought as well. That's pretty much
We covered
the
it,
heavy
I think,
hitters
pretty well for now. So yeah, guys. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I just don't see Jenny or Shannon not making the team, and Brenda's running with a lot of fury right now.
Very true. Very true. So that's the coverage for today. Thank you very much for tuning in again. I think we're getting a little better at this, like I said before. We're starting to get the hang of it.
We had close to 30 continuous viewers. That was pretty good. Thanks,
I think we were at 40 at some point.
At 40.
Yeah. So I really appreciate everybody, and we'll see you guys tomorrow at what time again?
I did not look at that.
Let's see really quickly.
Tomorrow we got the 5K. We'll be at 5:20, and I think that's
it for the day.
That's it for the distances.
We're gonna probably start the broadcast at 5:00 tomorrow Pacific time, so we can discuss the race, discuss the action
that happens overnight tonight.
That's true.
See if there's any protests or anything.
J-Mac, I want to see the replay of that. I want to know what happened. I have no idea. So we'll discuss that. Have a pre-show before the 5K, maybe even a little before 5:20. I don't know. We'll
tweet
figure it out.
We'll let you know.
Yeah, we'll let you know. So stay tuned to Nick Arciniaga and my own Twitter and Instagram and stuff. We're gonna blast this out, that you guys know. But thanks again for tuning in, and see you guys tomorrow.